Right, SC are the initials of the artist of the band.
Go on.
SC. The cryptic clue.
No, just stop saying cryptic, because it's not.
The clue is, I went into the restaurant on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, and the fella making the food was there each time. Right? SC are the initials. I went into the restaurant on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday if you want. The fella making the food, he was there each time.
So you've changed it? Was he there Saturday and Sunday or not?
He can be if you want. I'm just saying he's there a lot.
Oh, this is like pulling teeth.
I'm trying to hurry it up. And the second one, go into that woman's store and rip her off. Right?
Right.
That's C.
Okay.
C. Go into that woman's store and rip her off.
Okay.
If you're going to do that.
Oh, don't mumble at the end of it. Go on. Just do the clue.
And the last one, the initial E.
Last one ever.
You have had a go at laying down a track, but it ain't perfect, right? So you're sort of making a track.
No, just do the clue.
You're making a track.
Right, give us the clue. Don't just talk around it. Right, the initial is E.
E.
What's the clue?
You have had a go at laying down the track, but it ain't perfect.
Fine.
A music track.
Yeah.
Well, no, but no. You can't. No, these people can't ask questions.
The first one, it's cryptic clue, just in case.
No, stop saying cryptic, because they're not cryptic.
Clue with initials of an artist or a band. You work it out, you send in the answers. Right, the first one, the initials were SC, right? And the cryptic clue was, I went into the restaurant on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. The fella making the food, he was there each time.
Okay.
Right? So you got to think about it. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, just tell us the answer.
What is he? He's a cook, isn't he? If he's making the food and that. If he was there on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's the same cook. Right?
Yeah.
So what have you got there?
Same cook.
Same cook.
Sam Cook.
You said same cook.
Yeah, but if I went, the way I look at it is, if I worked in a record shop.
The way you look at it is,
if I worked in a record shop, someone came in and said,
it.
have you got Sam Cook? I'd go, yeah, sure, he's in the jazz section or whatever. Right, the second one.
Bollocks, that is bollocks, that one.
Go into that woman's store and rip her off. Right, so what's a store?
Shop.
Right, if you're ripping someone off, what are you doing?
Stealing.
Another way of...
Conning.
Right, okay. And what is it? It's a shop, it's a woman. So what am I saying?
What's the initial?
C.
Con shop.
Right. It's a woman.
Corner shop. Corner shop.
There
corner
you go.
Shop.
So Steve worked that one out, well done there. The last one.
I'm stunned.
You've had a go at laying down a track, but it ain't perfect.
Go on then. What's that?
So a track is...
Yeah, what's the initial?
E.
Okay.
So you've had a go at laying down this track.
Yeah.
So when you're laying down a track, it's like it's a mix, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've had a go at doing it. You've just it ain't perfect. So you could say it's what's another word for not perfect? It's a bit of a
shit.
Bit of a that's a bit rough, innit? It's a bit of a rough mix. It's your rough mix.
Your rough mix.
Your rough mix. I've never heard of that band.
That's not bad.
Annie Lennox, isn't it? Your rough mix. So
your rough mix.
Candice Morris in London got them.
I really don't know what to say.
So signed picture off to her.
I feel embarrassed that we're still doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, well we're jacking it in a bit.
Should we just
not? EK.
Okay, now.
Do you know the songs that you sing at Christmas? That bloke who sings them is brilliant at it, right? CK. Second one. MG. I told the homosexual man that the grape tree was mine.
What?
I told the homosexual man that the grape tree was mine.
And what's the initials?
MG. Right?
Okay.
Bit of an easy one. And I ask you if you believe in Father Christmas, right? What would you say if I asked you? The initial is S.
Is that specifically Ricky?
We might as well keep it as Ricky, yeah. I ask you if you believe in Father Christmas, what would you say?
So have they got... Is there any prior knowledge? Do they have to guess what I'd say?
Well, they'd know. It's obvious what you'd say about it.
Oh, this is so bad.
So
it's an embarrassment.
Rockbusters, the one of the most hated quizzes in the history of mankind.
Joking, aren't you?
The people loathe it.
I'm loving it.
Well, it's the last one anyway, so just get over. Just do the answers. Hold on, we can't do another one though because we can't give the answers out. So this just.
Yeah, this is the last one. It's just the answers for last week for people who are doing it.
Okay. Well, small mercies.
The first one that I gave you last week was the initials were CK, right?
Yeah.
The clue was, do you know the songs that you sing at Christmas?
Yeah.
That bloke over there is the best at singing them. So what are the songs you do?
Carol King.
Carol King, yeah.
Right,
That
well
works.
done, yeah.
That works. Fair,
Right.
well done.
The second one, MG. I told the homosexual man that the grape tree was mine. Right? MG.
Gay.
Yeah.
Marvin Gaye, obviously.
Marvin
but,
Gaye,
but how do you get
Oh,
to
what
Marvin?
was it?
That's my vine, isn't it? I told you.
My Vine Gay?
Yeah.
My Vine.
Yeah. And the last one,
My Vine Gay.
That's shocking.
It's
and
well,
the last one, it was,
shit.
the last one, the initial was S. I said, I asked you if you believe in Father Christmas, what would you say? What's the name for Father Christmas?
Santa Claus.
Right, so if I said to you, do you believe in Father Christmas, you'd sort of go,
No.
yeah, but what's his name again?
Santa.
Right, so what would you do? You'd go, oh, Santa.
No, I don't. No.
That's it, that's what you do there. You go, Santa, nah. Santa, nah. Santana. So that was the last one. Well done to Bob in Yorkshire. Got all three of them right. You'll get a little signed picture.
What's the Rockbuster?
It's like a music quiz. I give you some cryptic clues
they're not cryptic.
as to an artist's name, and I give you some initials of that artist. All
Have you seen Blockbusters? It's that, but you changed the name. Okay.
Got it.
Here we go.
Got it. Okay,
Right.
I'm ready for the,
Go for it.
the first one.
Give us 3.
That's a laptop, and the initial is A.
That's quite a good one, actually. That one works. I'm disappointed.
Oh,
She's looking at your answers.
You've got the first letter.
I've got
Did
the
we
first
get a
one.
point for that?
I think
I
you've
don't
had
think
enough
so.
time on that one. Second question.
Look how round that head is.
The Spanish person is celebrating about the present he got for Jesus. The initials there, O-M.
This
the
is
Spanish
good.
people.
You've got better at these.
Have you got it?
Yeah.
I haven't got it.
Think about it. They're
the
cryptic.
answers,
Just
though.
think about what I'm saying. Listen to the
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
The Spanish people are
Yeah.
celebrating. What do Spanish people do when they celebrate? What do they say?
Well,
And they've got a gift for Jesus.
Yeah. Okay.
Question 3.
Right.
Uh,
You can actually see the brain kick in. You know, like when you pull a thing on a boat.
Yeah, yeah.
He does that. He has to go right, and then he has to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
the Asian person's leg is a little bit angry. TT is the initials.
My God, I've got it.
No, 3. I've got none of them.
Well, this is really worrying.
The answer,
Adele.
Adele.
Oh,
Ah, okay. Yeah.
The Spanish people
Yeah.
celebrate present they got for Jesus.
Ole Mer, Ollie Mers.
Correct.
I copied Georgie, so
Yes,
I'm not
you
giving
got it.
myself one, but I got
And
the
then
last
the
one.
last one, the Asian woman's leg is a bit angry.
Yeah.
TT,
Tiny temper.
Tiny temper.
Very good.
Well done.
Guys, listen, well done to everybody that was involved in that incredible experience. It's been brilliant having you here.
But excitement isn't far away. The case of fake identity takes another twist as Carl learns unexpected news about the Twitterer who's been posing as Alan Bennett.
I think I was thinking Alan Bennett drinks a lot of tea and there's a lot of caffeine in it, isn't there? So I was thinking that maybe Alan's up all night, teed out. I just thought there's a reason why he's putting all these messages at 4 and 5 a.m. in the morning. But the reason was, it's not Alan in London, it's Michael in Sydney. I don't know what he's playing at.
Alright, so your question... it's all about Stephen Fry. Looking for Stephen Fry, you've said, and then on August the 24th, you said, happy birthday to my first ever tweet to Stephen Fry. I think you may share the same birthday as Steve Guttenberg, brackets, Police Academy. Why did you put I think? Surely you checked that and it was true.
Yeah, I did, but I also wanted to just sort of use that as a, I think.
Okay, sound casual. Sound casual.
It's over a week now since Carl set out to test Twitter by seeing if he could become real friends with Stephen Fry. But he hasn't received as much as a hello.
I keep being nice to him, but eventually I will get annoyed.
However, Carl has managed to track down the Australian Alan Bennett impersonator.
I signed on as myself, and then I thought, well, I haven't got anything to say, and I just thought it would be really funny if somebody like Alan Bennett was doing Twitter, because he's got so much to say, and I thought most of the people on Twitter don't have anything to say at all.
Do they think you are Alan?
I think quite a few have been sceptical and saying, well, if you are the real Alan, well, hello, it's nice to hear from you, but there's already been a few people saying, I can't believe Alan Bennett is on Twitter doing tweets every day.
Yeah.
So, I think they're kind of sceptical too.
So what do you sort of, get out of it?
Being from Yorkshire originally, I like it almost as a way of keeping in touch with my roots, and I did something about talking about mashing the tea, because I occasionally hear these phrases which you don't hear anymore in common speech, and I just heard somebody say, oh, the tea's mashed, and I thought that's something people don't say these days.
He was a bit upset about it. Can you understand why he'd feel that way, or...?
I could understand that, yeah. I'm sorry if he is upset. I think it's such a low-key thing that just a few hundred people have been following me. I don't want to upset Alan because I'm a big fan of his. Maybe I'll stop.
That evening, Michael closed down his fake Twitter account. And it got Karl thinking.
It was just a bit of escapism for him, wasn't it? He's probably fed up of being Michael in the same way that I have days when I get sick of being Karl, and I think, what would it, be like to be someone else? Because that's how I used to use CB, when I was younger and I had the CB radio.
Yeah, 19, anyone out there out of trash, you got a copy?
Like, there was a woman who was on there known as Sexy Lady, and for ages I spoke to her thinking, oh yeah, I'm on it, Turns out it was Linda Evans from, 3 doors down.
Yeah, she old Red Devil, eh?
Believe me, she was far from, a sexy lady. I mean, there was a few giveaways. Now and again you could hear her eating when she was talking to me, but, for quite a while I was quite happy with myself, thinking, oh, I'm keeping a sexy lady interested.
Try and catch you later, I'm gone, bye.
It's now a fortnight since Karl laid down his challenge to Twitter to prove its worth by helping him become friends with Stephen Fry.
So nothing's changed, really.
Appearing to be no closer to making contact with Stephen, Karl considers a new plan of attack.
I've been thinking that, the only reason I spoke to Michael is because I thought it was Alan Bennett. And, when I spoke to Sexy Lady on the CB radio when I was a kid, I was only talking to her because I thought she was a sexy lady. She wasn't sexy, he wasn't Alan Bennett, but the thing is it worked. So I'm thinking, why don't I, pretend to be someone else that Stephen would be interested in? I'm thinking of being someone else.
Who are you going to be?
Well, who would Stephen? Who's Stephen a fan of? Who he wouldn't actually know, so he couldn't text them and say,
"Is this you?" Yeah. You want to be careful because if you said, "Hi, I'm Tom Hanks," what he'd do is he'd check your page and he'd find out you had 1 follower or 2 followers. He'd think that can't be Tom Hanks.
But if I just go, "Hey, Stephen, I'm new round here," he'd sort of say that thing. I've just joined.
Yeah.
You've convinced me to do it.
I'll be honest, Karl, I think he'll see through it. But that's why I think you might go for a writer, you see, because writers, someone like Martin Amis, he'll be respected by Stephen Fry, but he might not have that many people following him on Twitter, because he's not like a film star.
All right.
But then Stephen might respond to him.
Have a look. Just check if he's there. No, he already exists.
There is already a Martin Amis on Twitter, and Karl is getting frustrated.
All a bit of a waste of time, really, wasn't it?
But just as Karl begins to contemplate giving up on Stephen Fry and Twitter, along comes a flash of inspiration.
Got it. Got a great idea. Someone who I know that he likes. I've heard him talk about him on the telly. I know he hasn't got a Twitter account. Alan Bennett, innit? Alan Bennett. I could just say something like, "Alright, Stephen, it's Alan here. Are you into mashing tea?" Something like that. That'll probably get his attention.
All that's left for Karl now is a nervous wait and a chance to reflect.
Maybe it's my fault, really, when I think about it, that, I don't have that many mates, because it's like I can't sort of put up with people. Even when I was younger, you know, I didn't have mates round and that, just because my dad worked nights, and, you know, so it was like you can't bring people round because you wake your dad up. So I ended up just staying in and watching, you know, telly with subtitles on it, or playing Operation with the batteries taken out, which, you know, I mean, I was quite good at it, but not the same, is it?
Finally, a month after setting Twitter the challenge of helping him become friends with Stephen Fry, Karl gave up.
I mean, I kind of thought maybe he was too busy or something, but I look at his page now, and he's out eating again. It's a bit annoying. I'm going to call him Stephen Fry up from now on.
Karl never did receive a personal reply, either as himself or as Alan Bennett. So Karl closed down both accounts.
I still think my theory about Snow White only having 7 mates and all that, I still think I'll stick to that rule. It's just a shame I couldn't have got Stephen as a mate, because it would have meant, you know, I could have got rid of one of my more annoying friends.
You didn't let me come round to your house, so one day I had to follow you. And then you saw me and you started to walk quicker, so I walked quicker. You started to run, so I ran. So soon now, you're being chased through the streets of Soho at quite high speed by the fat bloke from the office.
In the same way that Snow White had all the different little
dwarfs
and all that.
Yeah.
I
But
kind
they
of
are
think
friends, though.
she knocked about with them a lot.
Yeah, I suppose they were her friends. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's questionable. Yeah, having that many dwarf friends, you know.
Yeah, yeah, it's
you
a
know,
bit-
what's going on there? Positive discrimination, fair enough. But I think she should have widened it a bit.
People were looking, we were both sweating. It was weird, but I need to know where you lived, because that's what friends are for. I need to know where my friends are.
But I don't remember Dionne Warwick singing that when I was younger.
I think maybe Twitter isn't for you, and also, I think maybe society isn't.
But well, you'll be sad when your friends die, won't you? You'll miss them, won't you? Because you used to have a laugh with them.
Yeah, but then you get another one, and that was like a chapter. It's like, you know,
Brilliant.
we've been through loads of cats. It's the same thing.
Well, it's not really, is it?
It is the same,
A
because
lifelong friend, there's nothing quite like it, is there?
a lifelong. Well, I haven't done. I haven't
No,
got
but
one
what I
of them.
mean is, if we continue being friends
Yeah, and then
for the
one of
next 40 years,
Yeah.
and I die, you'll go, oh, I'm a little friend now. He used to come round and squeeze me head with his arthritis. Oh God, he used to squeeze so hard his colostomy bag would just splatter all over our bourbons.
And what was your question again?
Was you miss me?
Well, I was in the cinema last night, and as I came in, there was a big queue, and as I came in, there was people there, taking your ticket, showing you to your seat. Now, when did it happen that I was no longer able to find my own seat at the cinema? Why is it that I can go in the daytime, I can find I'm left to fend for myself? But now it seems that on a Friday night, there's so many stupid people out there who can't find their decent seat.
No, I think that is policing. I think that's to stop people thinking I'll just sit here and having to deal with it themselves. Because I mean, if someone was in my seat, even if there was another seat, I'd go, well, no, that's mine. I want lots of policing in social occasions. I want to go into a pub and go, that is too loud, that music. Those people are too annoying, they're standing up, they're too annoying.
I remember being in the cinema once and seeing a guy, he was a big fat guy again, he had popcorn, the hot dogs, the Coke, right, and he had it balanced on this little wall that was sort of separating parts of the cinema, and he was a big fat guy, just sat there, I was watching, I think it was Beetlejuice I was watching,
right.
And some local hard nuts, they were on the same row, they started kicking the little wall to knock his food off, and I thought, brilliant.
Oh no! I think you want to bully fat people.
Yeah.
Play a record, Carl, it's getting really nasty now.
Can I pick on you?
50 Cent, in the club, on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Still arguing, this time about having help from your mum and dad. What do you think, Karl?
No, I don't want this to turn into some sort of wacky type thing where we're pretending we're arguing.
Yeah.
Well, we're not pretending.
We're not pretending, you are arguing.
Yeah, I know, but people will think we're messing about.
Oh,
right?
I wouldn't have thought so.
We just need to... We can talk about it later, sort it out.
Yeah, it's just that Carl's a little bit stressed.
I'm not stressed, though.
And he doesn't really understand that, you know, me and Steve have got lots of different jobs in the week, he's just got one job.
Yeah, and we sort of rely on people getting messages to us, you know, as soon as they get them, you know, and not sort of deleting them from their phone selfishly. It's things like that, you know, people being on the ball. Not just thinking about themselves all the time, not just thinking about number one.
What do you think, Carl?
Whatever. Do you know what I mean? Whatever.
Don't get all maudlin again. Just having a little discussion. Yeah, this will annoy you. Guess what? Think of this, you little slaphead twat. Apparently, that's so in his arse, Right, apparently, women can get bald treatment on the National Health Service, but men can't. What do you think of that? Do you think that's fair?
Is that a fact?
It's a fact.
We should point out that Carl is, would you say balding?
Yeah.
Would that be fair?
Well, either that or a wide parting.
Yeah.
He looks like Charlie Brown. He's got the same sort of hair arrangement as Charlie Brown.
Yeah, he's
I don't think Charlie was balding though, was he? He was only about 10.
Well, no, but he just had like a couple of things on top, and his hairdo. Carl's had a hairdo that keeps
It's not a hairdo.
No. What is it then? What is it?
It just happened, I've told you. Noel was in, right, once.
Noel who?
Gallagher.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh, right, you're on first name terms.
Right. And,
from the hood, isn't he?
And whoever was doing the interview said, oh, you know, what, will Liam be able to keep up that sort of hard attitude, right? Say when he gets older and he goes bald, and, you know, could he still carry off the sort of attitude that he's got? And he was like, no, he'd never have that style. You couldn't have that style that lad's got in there, and pointed at me.
Yeah.
I said, it's not a style. I said, I didn't go to the barbers and say, can you just, like, shave the top bit, leave the sides?
Yeah. Can you remember the Friar Tuck?
That's the way it is.
Yeah.
Right, and you were just saying to me, what would you do if you went back in time? I'd probably use a better shampoo.
I wish we could tape the conversations we have off air.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they are ridiculous. What would you do if you go back in time? And the other stuff we were just talking about is obviously can't talk about.
Can I just ask though? Sorry, when did you start to notice it was disappearing? I mean, at what age did it kick in?
I worked a lot. You see, you'll be safe. Do you know what I mean? Your hair will stay there, but it's when I used to do a lot of hours, working. And
yeah, you were stressed and things. Yeah.
Stressed out, and it just went.
Well, I'm beginning to understand what stress is like, you know, because I'm not getting messages and stuff like that. But yeah,
yeah.
But probably about, I don't know, 24.
That's unlucky, isn't it?
Something like that.
And did you panic, or were you just
not bothered?
Not bothered.
He's not bothered. He wouldn't be bothered.
I'm not bothered.
But I don't think for someone who doesn't care about going bald or war or SARS or anything, you don't have to get stressed on a Saturday between 1 and 3.
To be fair, you are worse than all those things. SARS has got nothing on you when you're in the right mood.
But why is it alright for women then to, you know, have a wig, but I couldn't have one if I wanted one?
Well, it's not a wig, they get bald treatment, they actually can get their hair replaced on the National Health, which might be anything, I suppose, which might be wigs, which might be transplants. I mean, the only cure for baldness is a transplant, which they literally take, follicles, they can get down to individual follicles now from the back of your neck, and, you know, it takes a long time, and, you know, but,
But people will know anyway, won't they?
I don't know when it starts, though. I don't know when it starts. Like, now, if you started wearing a wig, people go, were you wearing a wig because you were bald yesterday?
Yeah.
You can't start thinking, right, I'm gonna go bald in a year, I'll start wearing a wig now. That's the thing to do, isn't it?
It is, really, if you're that bothered, but I wasn't. I just thought, right, it's losing it a bit, shave the lot off.
But did you know you had that round head underneath it? Did you know it was gonna be that funny, though? Well, you presumably worn a wig, wouldn't you, if you'd have known? Because I've never seen a head that round.
I think the barber, when they did it, right, the woman said, you can pull that off, you've got a good shaped head for having it shaved. She that's a good head.
Yeah, she looks like a tennis ball. You look like a tennis ball when you haven't shaved.
She said if you can pull it off, she said that's like a good thing to see if someone's good looking, if they can have a bald head. It's like Sinead O'Connor,
yeah,
right? She can pull it off. There's those sort of things. Do you know what I mean?
Telly Savalas. No,
but that's like one of the things. If you look good with a bald head, that means you're pretty good looking.
Yeah.
And if you can wear a bicycle helmet and look good, that's another thing that, like, you must be pretty good looking to pull that off.
But who have you seen in the bicycle helmet that you think's good? Who have you seen in a bicycle helmet and thought, oh god, they must be good looking, they're good in the bicycle helmet?
Well,
everyone
that's what I'm saying.
Who?
No one looks good, do they, really? It's
So what would you say Brad Pitt would look good in a bicycle helmet?
Well, I don't know, I'd have to see. But I'm just saying that's like one of the two things really. That's.
And what blokes do you think look good bald? Who do you think would look good bald?
Don't know. Give me some names and I'll tell you whether they'd be all right if they're bald.
George Clooney.
No, I don't think he does. I don't think he would do.
Who else?
Well, this could run and run.
Al Pacino.
Yeah, he could probably pull it off. He'd probably look alright.
Do you think he looks alright with hair then?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well done, Rick. Sony award-winning stuff.
Play a record. And then the guy going, oh, he's stressed. Wild Wild Horses by the Rolling Stones on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington, little bald-heady Karl Pilkington. You quite like being bald, don't you? No fuss.
Like I say, you know, I'll probably won't age for a bit now.
Won't age for a bit? What do you mean you won't age for a bit?
Because I already look quite old.
I don't think so. Not with a hat on, you look really young.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm just saying, so I won't change that much. It's like that.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I actually don't think, as long as you shave it, straight back, I can't have you on that. Nothing wrong with it.
But that kid who had that aging disease, just shave her head. And she wouldn't age that fast anymore. Do you know what I mean?
So this is the 5-year-old girl who had an awful disease where...
Well, we don't know much about it, to be fair.
No, we just know that you fell in love with the title of the programme, the girl that was older than her mum, right? And you were annoyed that people wouldn't serve her fags and alcohol. If she's, you know, she's living like an 8-year-old, let her have a fag.
Doesn't that sum up this show, though? Carl's comment, we don't know much about it.
Yeah.
We're still willing to make comments about it, to discuss it in length and possibly make crass jokes, even though we're ill-informed, as ever.
Yeah.
Right, well, there's something for you, right?
Go on.
This is what I wanted to tell you about, right?
Me.
Yeah, face transplants. There's there's some kid somewhere, right, who had a bit of an odd-looking face. Right?
A bit of a what?
Bizarre-looking face.
Yeah.
And, there's a doctor somewhere who said I can sort that out for you. Right?
Sure.
And basically what they do is they've got to get a face off a dead person.
Right.
Sorry, just, in this documentary you saw, did this documentary feature, say, John Travolta and Nicolas Cage? was it that documentary you saw?
All right, listen, you see...
Go on.
So,
okay, no, so you can't get a face of a dead person, yeah, go on.
Sorry to dismiss the idea of face transplants out of hand, but go on.
So, yeah, it's got to be a face of a dead body that isn't older than, like, 4 hours old.
Right.
4 hours dead, whatever. They can take it off, fit it on the new face.
It makes sense. But it's not just your face that you lose it, but it's the muscle tissue and bones, isn't it, when it's, like, disfigured? It could be through fire or whatever, or disease or... So they can't just literally plonk a face on, they have to do something else, don't they?
You're asking Carl, like he's gonna know.
I forgot then. He looked at was that in Russian?
Yeah.
I wish we could get him on telly just to show the look on his face when I said that.
Yeah.
It was brilliant, wasn't it? It was, you know when you, go to a cat, hey, we want some food then? And he just looks at you and he goes, it's almost like he can understand what we're saying. Go on.
It's like if you had been caught holding a mallet over a dead body by the police.
What I'm saying is, it would sort of work, yeah. If you peeled your face off and put my face on it, oh my god, why don't you and Steve, for an experiment, swap faces?
And the great thing is, I wouldn't age.
Yeah. Would you do that if it was safe?
I think I'm getting the rough deal here, though. To be honest.
Yeah.
Well, no, you get some money back. It'd be part exchange. I mean, it would, you know, it's like you'd make up the difference just to wear your brilliant face for a week.
But the doctor was saying how, it's not complicated. He said the worst thing is something about, the people who were related to the dead person. It's a bit weird for them still seeing the face of someone they know walking about when they're dead.
Yeah, I can see that would be odd, yeah.
I love you, Carl. You are brilliant. Honestly, you're never a dull moment. It doesn't matter whether you're talking or I'm squeezing your head. I'm never bored. I never go, oh, that's enough, Carl. Do you know what I mean? I had battling tops, I got bored. It's like computer games, you think it's the best game in the world, and someone goes, how are you getting on with Tomb Raider? You go, oh, I don't play it anymore. I go, how's Carl? I go, he's brilliant. He's brilliant. I was squeezed it yesterday, I was squeaking in his face, I got him down to the ground, he said this, he said that. I'm never bored with you. Do you know what I mean? It's brilliant. I'd like to rent you out to people.
See me, I'm different. I would happily leave him now in the bottom of the cupboard.